Hey, this is Notser, and we are in the Tier 10 U.S. cruiser Des Moines. She has 9 203mm guns, 12 secondary guns, 100 AA defense rating, a surface detect of 10.6 kilometers, top speed 33 knots, total health 50,600. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main battery, increase main battery accuracy, range, reduce the chance of flood and fire, faster rudder shift, concealment. For my commander, situation awareness, basic firing training, faster turret traverse, superintendent, advanced firing training, and concealment again. We are on the map north. It's overcast, so there's not going to be a storm. However, there's a storm of destroyers on the enemy team. 5 per side. Are you kidding me? This is a joy. This is a dream in a Des Moines. And I'm just trying to engage any destroyer I might run into. And an Aweigh is the first contender. There's a Fletcher also. And there was 2 more. 4 of the 5 destroyers all went or were around B at the start of the match, which was interesting. The Aweigh moves out of range. Let's go after the Fletcher. The Fletcher, he's sailing not as intelligent as he probably could. He's sailing south. And he's easily picked up. Easily damaged, even though we're using the wrong ammo type, and I assumed HE was being loaded at the start of the match. I just can't get over how annoying it is for it to default to your last known ammo type, and the enemy Fletcher is taken out. Because I have no idea what I did in my last Des Moines game. I don't. It could have been 2 months ago. So, for it to default, I just have to confirm every single time, okay, you're using the right ammo for the situation. I knew I was going to go into enemy destroyer territory. I knew I was going to fight them, but I just never considered AP was being loaded. Until right about now, I'm going, this is so low, this damage, I should easily wipe them out. And of course, we swap to HE, and the enemy, he pulls a Notser. He could not be in a worse position. We do 5,500. First salvo, second salvo, 2,300. We knock out his propulsion again. And is this going to be the kill shot? We're going to finish the Benson off? We do. See you later, Benson. He sent out torpedoes. Not going to hit us. The island was too much in the way. And B is, for all intents and purposes, neutral at this point. There's nobody on either side that appear to be trying to capture it. However, I would love that destroyer that has, I don't know, is he run into the little island community there? I would prefer that he would go after B. I am headed for D, though. I saw a friend in need, the destroyer. He's trying to capture D. There's an enemy gearing, and a gearing is not a good friend to see. They're pretty strong, but I'm stronger. So I'm just trying to get my way towards the enemy. I recognize that a significant amount of the enemy fleet is moving west to east. They gave up on A, they gave up on B. Maybe they're going to go after C and D. So I don't want to fire. I want to get safely through, and that is the #1 priority. Get safely through. The friendly Fletcher is able to take out the enemy gearing. And it's good, bad. It's good that the Fletcher was able to do that. It's bad that I didn't get a chance to do it. I just enjoy killing destroyers so much. And apparently my team does too. There's only 1 enemy destroyer left on the match, and he is over by B. Couple enemy Montanas. They are together with a cruiser. No, an aircraft carrier, sorry. An aircraft carrier and 2 battleships. All tier 10, of course. So they're in direct communication. We get detected slightly as we're exiting the area. And I'm not going to look back. I'm not going to try and fire on their position. I'm just trying to move through as quickly as I possibly can. And doesn't look like any... Oh, no. I think the Aweigh maybe have fired. Maybe it's a battleship. I don't know. We're coming around the island. That enemy cruiser that was by D has yet to show himself. So I get a sneaking suspicion that he is hidden somewhere, and I use my radar. Sure enough, he is in the position that I predicted. I felt like he was probably sitting there to ambush someone at C or D. And instead we get We probably used radar 5-10 seconds too early, but we're going to try and get some penetrating shots. We get 1 Citadel, 5,500. Fantastic. But he's probably going to move, right? He's not going to stay stationary. He's using his radar against us. So we can see each other on the other side of islands. Yes, I know that's not how radar works. In fact, that is the weakness of radar, that you can hide behind large objects. Yeah, I know. I'm sure. And as we try to angle against the New Orleans, we get a perfect broadside from that Zhao. Probably got 2 Citadels, 12,000 points of damage. It was significant. I didn't know he was there. That was a complete shock. And good for him. He took advantage of the situation, of course. And I'm going to try and take advantage of this Udaloy situation. He is out in the open, if I've ever seen one. And we have the arc to fire over islands. It's another thing about the U.S. cruiser line. You can get closer to islands and fire over them than pretty much any other cruiser line. It's a disadvantage for speed, roughly, not too much. It honestly is overblown how slow the shells move. It's more about you don't have quite the velocity straight shot from Soviet or German cruisers, but you can still get there pretty effectively. Just avoid the extreme long-range shots. This Baltimore, he's trying to engage us. He has just as good velocity over islands as we do, but we do 4,700. We set fire to him. The enemy Udaloy is going to capture C. There's just no way for us to scout it out. We lost the friendly destroyer that was spotting the target. And I just try to get over the island. We do actually get over the island, surprisingly, and I'm probably not going to do any damage. We hit 3. Wow, that was luck. So the enemy captured C. It looks like one of the Montanas is pushing through C right now. That's interesting. That's pretty bold. I don't know if that strategy is going to work, Cotton, but we'll see, right? But the Udaloy, that Udaloy is still alive, and it is a little bit difficult to discern the last known position and the dead carcass of a friendly or a foe. But that is definitely a last known indicator for a destroyer by sea. So where is he? I can't use radar. I have to come around this island, and I'm completely shocked that this guy is right here. He's looking right at me. He wanted me. So we want him as well. We got HE loaded. We do 2,700 for a salvo. Which way are you going to turn? Which way are you going to turn? It doesn't matter. We take him out. He sent torpedoes. You jerk. It was well played. That was exactly what you needed to do. Can we avoid all the torpedoes? Oh, the butt barely avoids it. Nope. We take one smack in the center, knocks out our propulsion, causes a flood. We have to use damage control. But the Udaloy, you are dead, my friend. You are dead. And there are no more enemy destroyers left in this game. And it's just so joyous, right? As a Des Moines, as a cruiser, seeing those guys die. I mean, honestly, it's probably just me, right? Notser, you kill so many destroyers. I read comments. It's like, you're just such a jerk. Why do you do this sort of thing? Well, I have to admit, I guess I respect them so much because it's my main. I don't want them to do the same crap that I do, okay? So I like playing in ships that get in close. I love that contact where you can feel the direction they're headed. We're doing a ton of AP damage against this Montana, by the way. It really adds up. We've done, what, 20,000 in probably under 30 seconds, if that. I mean, it was... Don't show your broadside if you can help it. Obviously, this guy can't. He's being overly aggressive. He's trying to make a play, and the play is not going to work out for him because we're not going to let him. I recognized that C could be an issue. I didn't want to go forward and fight the guys in the north. No, no, no. There were too many headed from west to east. It worked out better that we had the advantage on points we also had the advantage on capture. They had to overextend, which they did. The Udaloy overextend. The Montana overextending. And we're just trying to get him dead before the game ends. That's how quick this game's working out. And I really want to kill him. But I don't think I'm going to have the opportunity. I've had to go neutral because the battleship could end me. So I don't have that back gun in position. And he gets around the island just in the nick of time. Look how low he gets. 1,500. Are you kidding me? And his friend's coming. But it's a little too late for that. It's just about getting a little bit more damage before the game ends. 997. And the game ends for whatever reason. Maybe it ticked over to 100 before the kill occurred. But we earned almost 5,000 credits, 2 kills, base defenses, 82,000 points of damage, 2,457 base XP. The Fletcher did a great job. You'll notice that the rank stuff is there too. The rank season has not started yet. It will. But yeah, I really enjoy the Des Moines. In fact, I enjoyed so much. You're going to get another game in the Des Moines. And this time, the Des Moines is going to be on the map Mountain Range. And it has the exact same build. So I'm not going to go into that build. You know the build. Increased range, accuracy of the main battery. I have concealment. It is a great cheeky build, I would say. You can get closer to ships than they expect you to be, and that's the best reward, right? Just ambush this guy. Take him out with torpedoes, big guns, you name it, it's fun. We're going to try and follow a couple destroyers, at least initially. One enemy, Atago, shows up. This is the Tier 8 Premium Japanese cruiser, and she's a beauty. She really is a beauty. But she's showing a lot of broadside, isn't she? And there's a Fletcher in the area. I have AP loaded. Granted, I can. When I recognize that I have the ammo loaded, I can easily swap it to whatever is more convenient. It's about 6 seconds reload. So you never should use the wrong ammo type. Never use the wrong ammo type. If it's not working, swap. And this enemy cruiser is coming around the corner. I think that's a Fletcher torpedoes. I'm not 100%. It might actually be the enemy Atago because it's only 3. And he's slowing down. He's trying. He's really trying to avoid taking those torpedoes. Is the Fletcher going to come in? Take him with his body? No, of course not. Who would die for their teammate, right? We get a Citadel. But ultimately, he dies to the friendly torpedoes. Good job. I came to a complete stop, or very nearly, because we're behind smoke. They can't see me. All the enemies' ships, they're nowhere to be found. It was just those 2 guys being really aggressive. They didn't know what they were getting into, clearly. I mean, when you take a torpedo, and a lot of torpedoes like that, you're pretty much just not aware of what's going to occur to your ship. You got to expect that. I mean, when you see that there are 4 enemy destroyers on the enemy team, you need to expect that you're going to run into an enemy destroyer and they're going to use their torpedoes. That's just the assumption. And when you play like that, then you're playing to protect any situation that might occur. That's how I find a lot of success in a lot of things. You be prepared for whatever could occur. Now, I don't expect an enemy aircraft carrier to move forward like that, right? So I don't plan for that. The Fletcher, we catch sight of him. Don't need to use radar right now. He does a nice dodge. That's a beautiful dodge. I'm trying to pick up on him. He dodges again. He is watching us like a hawk. And that's how you play it. You react. You do not do a planned motion. The planned motion can easily be picked up on and used against you. Really, it will be used against you. And I was a little worried. 3 cruisers coming together. I don't want to run into everyone. I'm trying to avoid it. But you recognize something that the enemy team is doing in the northeast. They're pulling back. They're pulling back hard. They don't want anything to do with this game. And you know what? I don't want anything to do with them. If they're going to pull back that hard, I'm going to go look for something else. they're an advantage whenever they are in a defensive posture, and they are certainly in a defensive posture. Oh, this Fletcher, he's good at dodging. I'll give him credit. He's good at dodging. You know, he tries. We get a touch of his propulsion, knock it out, force him to probably use damage control, or he has last stand, and it's gonna be annoying, but it's not crippling like it usually is. And he's gone. He's went north with his team. There's at least 5 ships that are within 4 or 5 blocks of each other in the northeast. That is not good for us. I'm gonna move over to the western side of the map, get some broadside shots, because these guys are pushing forward hard. They recognize that their side has an advantage and they need to push. And if you can recognize that and get them stuck in a crossfire situation, you will obliterate them. They're supposed to push. When they have the advantage, they push. And oh no, I don't want to run into my friendly battleship, so I'm trying to slow down. Please don't touch them. I don't want any more team damage. Oh, I think we scraped some paint, but I don't think we actually touched. But yeah, they have to deal with way more ships coming at them. They can't be this aggressive force pushing all the way down into our base. Now, they have to actually defend their honor. Their ship in this instance, but their honor is being attacked. And I plan to attack the Iowa first because he's the lowest. It's just that simple. You just go after the lowest health target. He appears to be basically bow on, stationary, and he's taking torpedoes left and right. So is his friend. And I think the enemy Tirpitz is gonna, yep, he floods out, and the Iowa dies to the torpedo strike. So there you go, 2 battleships dead in probably 10 seconds. And everyone's like, nice job. Yeah, that's a good job. Getting a double strike against 2 battleships. Granted, they did play it completely wrong. Absolutely 100% the worst play you could do in that situation. We have 4 destroyers. You can't be bow on stationary without someone screening in front of you. That's why it's so powerful. There's a destroyer or a cruiser scouting out what's about to happen. Ooh, nice. Someone did a huge broadside citadel against the Mogami. So did the Moskva. The Moskva wasn't that low. He took a big shot. And he's trying to heal up. We'll see how successful that is. Oh, he took another big shot. Is he flooding out? I don't think he's flooding out. But he's not a priority. This Ibuki, who's about to reveal us. So I'm going to hold my fire basically until I am revealed. I have HE loaded. He's bow on. HE's going to do great damage. It's completely viable to use HE. The only time you should really worry about using AP is if they go into a broadside. And I was predicting the broadside, and it worked out well, but we just were a little bit too high up in the hull. Leave him very low. Friendly's probably going to finish him off, and somehow the friends don't. We're able to get the 970 points of damage to finish him off. We have fire from an enemy. Baltimore, how dare you fire on our ship? I am your big brother. You belong to me now. And we're going right at him. I'm holding my fire because he is outside of the detection range, and the Ibuki tried to drop his torpedoes, so we're going to try and avoid dying to torpedoes because, you know, that's a good idea. That's a good strategy, I've heard. There's plenty of room to avoid the torpedoes. The gearing somehow avoided it, and I do confirm to my friend, hey, we've got radar soon, or my teammate. We got radar soon. And I'm right at that edge of being detected, so I'm slowing down. I wanted to only be the Baltimore that could engage me. I don't want the Udaloy to impact it. I don't want the Moskva to impact it. We are setting up 1.5. It was 6.5, so about 10-ish. And oh, yes, baby. 17,000. Can we just finish him off right now? Just finish it. Ah! Just millimeters, centimeters off of its hull. So Now that he's behind the island, he's never gonna show himself. I do have radar though. The Udaloy does try to do one AP shot. AP bounces right off. You could hear it on the hull. I swap over to HE. I'm letting everyone know, and I wish there was some sort of call out about to use radar, because that would really be useful. But I type it out. Oh, whoa, 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 Notser, whoa, buddy. Go over to the starboard, starboard, starboard. We don't want to die. We don't want to die. And once I confirm that I'm not going to die, I turn on radar, and there he is. And look at him. He guns the engine. A little bit of smokestack. Boom! Go all the way. 4,600. First shot. Knock out his propulsion. Force out damage control. Second. Takes out his steering. Only does 18. And because we know he's going to turn, it's an easy prediction. And we do 2,900 points of damage. The enemy Baltimore never had a chance to live. He died in the middle of that. Someone got a huge citadel on the enemy Baltimore. Please call out when you're using radar. It is magical how much more damage is done to the target when everyone knows you're about to do it. It really is. We are so far away from the action though that I'm going to speed it up just a hair. And look at how many enemies are still all the way back by their base, actually behind where they spawned. It's pretty unbelievable. We got an enemy Aweigh. We're about to be in range of the Aweigh, and I'm so excited to kill him. Or at least do a lot of damage, right? Yeah, it's a long shot, but that's never stopped me before. So we let out HE. Yes, HE. It's just a superior ammo type considering the angle of the target. I'm going to try and burn him down. And just look at the rate of fire. We can basically have 3 salvos in flight before one makes contact with the enemy ship. And it's just amazing how much damage you can actually do if you can, of course, hit the shots. We have yet to hit the shots, but we're getting closer and closer and closer. And there we go. 1,800. No fire. The next salvo looks pretty good, too. Here comes 900. And I'm just looking for that kill shot. Oh, friendlies try to send torpedoes. He's wise to those games. We do another 900. And if our ammo is good, then this salvo should be, yes it is, the kill shot. Battleship down. Just 2 more enemies to go. And these guys, they tried to run. They tried to force us into a disadvantage, but we found other targets to work on while they wasted time, and we came right back, and they can't take on this amount of ships. They just can't. It would be an amazing feat for a ship to try and take out this many enemies coming at them. You just overwhelm them. You all in. Oh, whoa! Speaking of overwhelm, someone did a big shot. And are they going to get the kill? Yes. Friendly takes the kill. It was a battleship that did a significant, like, 25,000 to him. We lose a friendly. And it's just the Montana. Notser, what was that lead? Did you think he was going like the speed of light? And yes, it was such a unnecessary lead I put on that ship. But we fixed it. Friendly, you gotta hate that, right? That dispersion. Did you see that? 2 shells short, 1 shell long. We miss long, and finally, we get the target. At least 3 friendly ships tried to kill him, and we're the ones that got him. So this game, we did almost 400,000. We did 4 kills, 2,006 base XP. Team did a great job, evenly distributed. Great job by everyone on my team, I feel like. And we did only 63,000 points of damage, but it was against targets that were easily accessible. I hope you enjoyed seeing the Des Moines. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.